everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about going back to work. So as some of you might know, I have not gone back to work yet, and I did want to talk about this because it was really hard for me to explain to people why I didn't want to go back to work. And I have since talked to a few family members and friends and explained to them why I didn't want to go back, or my fears about going back. And it was really difficult for me to explain it because a little bit of a backstory on my work. So I work for a fitness manufacturing company, and it's a pretty small company, so there's less than 50 employees, at least here in Utah, and it's pretty close-knit as far as a company goes. While I was pregnant, everybody was so incredibly supportive. They were, telling me how excited they were, how amazing it was going to be. They couldn't wait till I brought Atlas in. They even threw me like a baby shower lunch type of a thing. Several people even got me gifts. Some of them were pretty expensive gifts. I was so grateful. I could not believe the amount of support I was getting from them. So when I took my maternity leave starting May 1st, I was continuing to get, a couple times a week, asking, hey, any news? Is there an update? Have you had that baby yet? Just like friendly checkups with me. And I would always respond, oh no, I'm busy getting a pedicure, trying to pass the time. So when we went through what we did, I don't want her in here. So when we went through what we did with Atlas, it was really difficult for me to write them an email letting them know what had happened. And since then, aside from a couple of kind of misunderstandings through emails and things like that where they wanted me to come back fairly quickly, up until my maternity leave was up, they still offered me the maternity leave, which was amazing and great, and I'm super grateful for them for that. I was supposed to take my maternity leave until June 20th, and then I was supposed to be working from home until August 14th because I wanted to continue to breastfeed exclusively full-time. So they had wanted me to come back after that, and I let them know my anxiety about it, and I just said, I don't think that's a good idea. I have a lot of built-up anxiety about coming back into work, and I told them that ideally I would like to come back part-time and work from home still, and they told me that that wouldn't be an option anymore. I let them know that I had to have that, and so they had asked me what my anxiety was about over that, and so I kind of tried explaining it a little bit, how everyone was just so excited to see Atlas and to meet him and everything, and to face that and come back into the office earlier than I was supposed to, because everybody was expecting me to come back on August 14th into the office. So to come back into the office earlier than I was supposed to just made me feel like the situation changed for the worse, and everybody would know that. And they knew anyway. I wanted them to know. I sent them the obituary and welcomed anyone who wanted to come to the service to come. But even though they knew, I just felt like the situation changed for the worse, and I didn't want to be reminded of that extra. So it was kind of hard to explain, and they wanted a note from my counselor and everything like that, and so I decided to take the note in personally and talk to the HR person. I think that was better because I think that a lot of the emotion was lost in the emails, because after reading all those emails I was just a wreck, and Josh and I were on our trip at the time when I had gotten the email, And it just completely ruined my day for the rest of the time because I just had so much anxiety and I was just crying and just at the thought of going back. And so I went in to talk to her. I gave her the letter from my counselor and just kind of explained a little bit more my feelings. So to give detail about how I feel about going back, the only way I can really describe it, and that I've told to my counselor and to a couple of close family members and friends, is embarrassment or ashamed. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed, but that's the only word or words that I can use to explain that's kind of how I'm feeling. I mean, everyone there was so excited to meet him and so excited to have a baby and, you know, this work family. And I just feel like I let them down, even though I didn't, and it's just such a weird feeling. And I just don't know. I don't know what is better. I've toyed with the idea of quitting there and going to find a job someplace else. I've toyed with quitting there and not going back at all. And I just keep debating, like, what would be better? Would it be better to go and find a different job? But then what if I have a freak out moment and I just, you know, start crying out of nowhere, because I still have those times, and the new company is like, what the heck is going on? Or I stay at this company and they know what happened, they know my situation, they know that this is really difficult for me, and I feel like they would be understanding and, you know, let me go home or whatever. And I don't know, it's been really hard to make that decision. Ultimately, I decided that I'm going to try to work there part-time. They've been super understanding since I gave them that first note. They asked for a different note from my counselor that kind of had a laid out time frame of the treatment and everything like that, because I'm starting EMDR therapy. And she just said, you know, it could take 10 sessions, and I've gone to one so far and we didn't even really get deep into it. So we laid it out pretty specifically where the first week I'd be working 4 hours Monday through Wednesday. The second week I'd be working 6 hours Monday through Wednesday. And then the following week I'd be working 8 hours Monday through Wednesday, and continue that schedule from home until mid-September, where we'll reevaluate at that time. They actually agreed to do that, and so I feel like it's the least I can do to try. And when they had sent me the email saying that they would go ahead and accommodate that, I had a huge amount of anxiety. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I can do this. I don't know. And a lot of it, I guess, is the unknown. I don't know how I'm going to deal. But I did have another appointment with my counselor today, and I talked about it. And the thing is, she asked me, you know, what are the reasons why I feel like I don't want to go back? For one, I don't make that great of money there. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. For two, it's just not important. Like, we don't need that money. I mean, it'd be tight without it, but we don't need it. And I want to do something that matters more, that's more helpful, makes an impact in people's lives, which is why I started these videos to begin with, is I wanted to help people with my situation. And doing that job, I mean, yeah, it's a fitness manufacturing company. I'm helping people, you know, be in shape or whatever. And so that's good, but I want to have more fulfillment than that. So that's just kind of where I'm at. And I don't, even if it is fine, I don't think I want to work full time. I just don't. It's not important to me anymore. Other things are important, and I would rather help people. I mean, I'm still trying to navigate this road I'm on, and it's it's hard because I don't know anything. And the one benefit that my counselor pointed out, where she said, you know, you say you don't know anything, but you do know this work, and so that might help you ground yourself to do something that you know. And so that's why I'm giving it a shot, and starting this coming Monday when I roll out this video will be my first day of the 4 hours. So maybe next week I will do a video after Wednesday and let everybody know how it went. But other than that, those are just kind of some of the feelings that I've had and anxiety I've had about going back to work. And I don't know if that's unique. I don't know if other people have felt that way. I haven't really gotten into that very much on my groups. So I don't know. I just feel like I don't know anything. And the only thing that I tell Josh when we talk about it, because he doesn't want me to go back, is that I won't know until I try. And luckily, this company that I currently work for now has been so amazing, and they, you know, have told me if you do it and you figure that it's just too much for you, there's no hard feelings, there's no burned bridges or anything like that. Like, they completely understand, and I feel so lucky to have them through this, because that brings a whole weight off of my shoulders, because I'm the kind of person who doesn't want to let people down and let people hanging, things like that. And so for them to say that really puts less stress on me. And they also said if I do decide to part ways, if there's an opening in the future where I feel like I can come back, then they would definitely look into bringing me back on. So just all of those things have reassured me that I should try, I should see how it is, even though I'm freaking out. I'm just freaking out that I'm just gonna lose it. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it comes. And like I said, I'll try and update you guys and let you know how it went and tell you if it helped me or made things worse. I'm sure that some people watching this would want to know how working affected me, if they are currently in my situation and they're debating on going back or not. So yeah, I'll update you guys then, but until that time, I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.